Hello and welcome. This is our strange little episode while the show is not airing due to the Olympics. We decided to do a show based on Brickfair Virginia, live from the field, reporting for a short time. It is Susan.
Hi.
And reporting from the great state of Michigan, it's Dawn. And there will be more. So like all good live streams, we have many guests who are currently unable to join because they're stuck in a restaurant. So we have one Lego master going, and where's Cody? Cody was in there a bit, Susan.
Right there.
Cody Ali, yes, who I will see at Brick Slopes, so wonderful Utah contingent. And we will have more people hopefully joining as soon as they're able to get out of a restaurant. I've heard that they are trapped.
Yes, they were waiting for the check.
And Susan is going to the restaurant. So we have one person going to eat. And we have many people trying to leave after they've eaten.
Yeah, they left 2.5 hours ago.
Oh my goodness. How has it been for you two, Susan and Cody? Because we don't have you here that long.
At the con?
Yeah.
It's been amazing. It's just,
I'm so sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm going to step outside.
Okay, and we have another special guest, which is I did not pre-announce. Sitting in the green room, looking dapper as always, coming from the great state of California, Flynn DeMarco.
Hello.
Season 1 and Season 2 together like nobody's business tonight.
I know, right? How's it
I know,
going?
it's going to be insane. And as far as the chat, welcome G5 Tops Marksman 48. Whew.
Wow, it's a mouthful.
Brick Literacy.
Hi, Gloria. Good to see you again today.
Gloria Erickson. Gloria Erickson is here. Lovely, Gloria. Thank you.
She's in the great state of Michigan right now. I got to have coffee with her this morning.
Excellent, excellent. Spot the Magic Ninja and Jason Barassa. Hello, Moto. Hello from Facebook land. How are you guys doing? And, oh my goodness, another special guest. I don't know where he's at. I'm guessing from California.
Oh my goodness.
Brian!
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good. I hope Flynn is frozen and not incredibly disappointed with our quality of stream so far. And then, oh, that's better. See, I don't mind if you freeze us like that. That looks
right. Now it's frozen.
yes. Entertained by us.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like you're very disappointed. Like the whole thing is already going downhill.
I know.
Oh my goodness. At least you have the sound on.
Yeah.
You know,
Flynn.
which we didn't for a long time, so.
I have no choice. I have an external microphone and it's always on. It's probably listening to my every move during the workday.
Yeah, we do now, you know. But yeah, back in the old days.
Back in the old days, yes, the technical challenges. Well, welcome. Now, Flynn, have you ever? You've obviously met Dawn and myself because we've been on your live stream. Oh goodness, he's not going to be able to answer. Brian, have you ever met Flynn before?
We have met, but only briefly. It was in some of the early media panels. Flynn was there, and we got to meet him there. So yeah,
But not. Oh dear.
and he's
Gone completely.
And he's gone.
all right. Moto, I'm getting serious FOMO not being at Brickfair right now.
I know.
I did not realize it was like the gathering of all gatherings. Like, I am amazed at how many people are there. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm amazed too. So explain to the chat and myself, because I'm old, what FOMO is.
FOMO, fear of missing out, and I am getting that to the max right now.
We
because
are.
all of our friends are at Brickfair, and I'm hanging out in LA, and was like,
And you're joining a live stream expecting to get the inner scoop live from the field. And
yeah, I mean, I want to be there because it's like, I mean, Virginia is like quite far from where I am. So like at first glance, I was like, okay, Virginia, that's a ways. That's like the other side of the country. I don't know if I can make that one. But if I had known that like every single person from Lego Masters Season 1, Season 2 would have been there, I would have maybe shelled out the cash and done it. So I don't know.
That's okay. And I too have been
I'm
a
not
bit
there
of
either, so.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
there.
but Don, both of you were at Brick Rodeo, right? You
Yeah,
just
that's
got
Brick
back.
Rodeo. So we did Brick Rodeo. We split the cast was definitely split between those two first opening shows of the year. And I think it's fantastic. So far, I've seen 15 cast members from season 1 and 2 in the same place.
Wow.
So I think they set a record today. I think it was, it was 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that the picture that? Yeah, because let's see, 1, 2, 3,
I don't
4,
even,
5,
I'm just I'm scrolling. Like I have so much
15.
FOMO. I'm not even checking the account anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just hyper scanning and blasting through the entire feed. And welcome back to the stream,
Me
Mr. Flynn.
So,
Oh, he's back.
hey, Flynn.
Oh my goodness! Boom!
Maria.
Yeah.
You today?
What's up, guys?
Hi.
I wasn't gonna get on because I just
That's
finished mowing the lawn.
Maria, I was just telling them about my serious FOMO of not being at Brickfair right now.
I know. Phil keeps sending me all these pictures to put onto Instagram. I'm like,
You're like, seriously?
Yeah.
I mean, I told him to.
Flynn,
He
are you
wasn't sending
okay?
me pictures at first, and I was like, why aren't you sending more pictures?
Is Flynn okay? Did we break Flynn?
Yeah.
I
Wait,
think so. Hi, Flynn.
so close.
Oh my goodness. Are you right, mate? You're back.
Yeah, 5 o'clock in my neighborhood is a notoriously terrible time for the internet because I think just like everybody in the neighborhood signs on at once.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask him to say whatever he needed to say because he keeps timing out, and then he timed out.
yeah, no, I was just like, I'm so excited to be here with you all, but I have to admit, like, I'm totally fanboying out right now because is here and I'm like sitting next to her. It is so exciting.
The feeling is totally mutual. We love you guys. Seriously. I am so bad at this. Every time it doesn't even look like a heart.
I know, mine kind of looks like a blobby cookie thing. Like, sort of, yeah. More like a human heart
It
than
always
like
has a
an
pink heart.
actual
I'm like, I hurt you.
wrong heart.
There we go.
You could do a virtual high five if you get your hands going in the right
But I
direction.
think
Yeah, I figure out which side I'm on there.
Oh, here, let me try to move it so you guys could high five. There we go.
Oh man, you're
Oh, darn! I guess it's not going to happen.
He froze up again.
he's there you go. Bye-bye.
I'm trying. And now I'm in
the
between
challenges
them?
of technology.
Yeah. So what makes it? Oh, I can't get a question in. I am a bad moderator. I try to get a question in, it just doesn't happen. So for the time, Maria might have froze up too. So Brian,
No, I'm just really.
you're just really still. So I'll go. Maria, yeah, Flynn, maybe you do audio only. We can at least hear you then. Maria,
Can you hear me too now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No,
Oh, awesome. Well, let's just do this for a minute. I'm sorry about the video. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's okay. So what have you been up to, Maria?
Well, like I said, I just like 15 minutes ago got done mowing the lawn, so I'm having my post lawn mowing beer. Courtesy of Dave Coletta. Fantastic.
Yeah, just pause for 1 second. Live from the field, Susan's back.
We're back.
Susan.
yay!
But
Brian.
this morning,
Hi.
Yeah,
Hi, Maria.
hi Susan.
Hi.
Maria's telling us about her day. So she's mowing the lawn.
Yeah, so I just finished mowing the lawn, but this morning
Yes.
we're going on vacation for a week, so it had to happen. But this morning I had coffee with Dawn and the amazing Gloria Erickson, who is the mother of the amazing Mark and Steven Erickson, and her sister, actually. And they were just delightful. So that was really fun.
Oh,
That's
wonderful.
so great. Were they in town? Were they in Michigan?
So the sister, she lives in this area.
Okay.
And she's actually probably like right smack dab between Dawn and I. So she was in town. Gloria was in town visiting her sister, and so
Okay.
she asked to have coffee with us, which we were super excited about. So
That's so great. So I thought when you
definitely.
sent those messages that you were at Mark and Steven's house or something. You guys were just like hanging out at
That's
Mark
what I
and
thought.
Steven's house without them there.
I mean, I'll be honest, I would 100% do that, but
Okay.
no, that's not what we were doing.
No kidding. And hello, Richard. Welcome.
Hey, what's
Richard.
going
Hi,
on?
Richard.
Hi, Moto.
Hi,
Hey, Richard.
Hey, Susan. What's up, Brian?
What's
hey, Dawn.
up?
Hey, Maria. Good to see you
Hey,
guys.
Richard.
Crew. Yeah, the virtual crew.
Fem from the block. What's up? How are you?
Well, good. And Flint is having internet trouble, so we had to kill the cam in order to keep the audio keep going.
I'm good. It's so
But
good.
that really is Flynn. We really have season 1 here now.
Yes.
Oh, Flynn, I can't not see. I don't have my contacts in. Oh my god. I really thought this was it.
Just react to the shapes.
Yeah. I pass. I fail every eye exam I take. So
That's all right. Just big reactions, Richard. If you see motion, big reactions.
yes, exactly. That's how I function. Yes.
Big reactions to the motions.
So tell me what I missed.
Well,
I've been
let's go
missing.
to Susan. So Susan's there. I know she has to go eat. But can you
We're
describe?
waiting for food.
Yeah, can you describe kind of what you guys have gone through so far, or is it just overwhelming, or?
Well, today was the first public day, so far it's only been AFOLs for 3 days, and the AFOLs are great, but the public came in and a lot of them watched the show, so everybody wanted pictures and autographs and things like that. But it's been fun.
I made her take a lot of selfies.
Yeah, lots of
Yeah.
selfies.
Nice.
Was it like a World War Z style, where it's just like
I mean,
been very polite?
not really. It was pretty organized, I guess.
It's nothing like BrickCon where you're packed body to body. It was definitely bigger aisles, plenty of space to cruise around people. I would say more than half the people were actually wearing masks of the public.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
And has there been anything where you like describe some of the things where you saw something you're like, this is the fairest of them all, of the Brick Fair. This is the fairest brick of the fair.
How do you choose that?
You can't.
I don't know.
Memorable?
There are some pretty amazing castles. Boy.
Mark did his World Serpent, right? You saw it, Brick Rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
It's right now nominated for 2 awards. And best. He's in the
Of
run.
course it is. Wow.
And then, of course, Dave's alphabet ships in person is unreal.
So cool.
That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
So good.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, this is incredible. Oh, we lost someone. Oh, okay. Shoot. We lost Dawn. Dawn's internet is notoriously bad, though. Flynn, I was wondering, did you have any questions for the lovely cast here? Because this is the first time you've been on.
It is, but it's so funny. I've conducted like so many interviews and then like talked to some of you and
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Again?
Yeah, it's hard to miss a step with Flynn.
It is true though what he's saying. Like, if you follow us around enough, you do start to hear the same questions and the same answers,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, I feel like I already know you.
right. And of course, we lived through getting asked all those same questions and so it's weird. Like at a certain point, I feel like I've run out of questions, and I'm just so excited to see people in person. But I just and I know that we shared a lot of.
Oh, shoot. Right when I put the mixel joints up, of course, it bombs them out. The cursed mixel joints.
Oh, is that what it is?
Right.
Yeah, those are the toe ball joints that everybody loves to.
No, I meant like, is that what's causing it to crash? Is that why you didn't have them?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
It was a
They
joke.
were there last week, so I wondered if maybe that was why.
I just remembered I needed a background until I spaced out.
Flynn, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What are the chances of you and Richard coming to Brick World 2022 in Chicago?
When in the year?
It's It's almost, I think it's always Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, it's Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
So I think that it's usually somewhere mid-June.
You hear me?
This is what.
I'm
Yeah,
going to take the silence as a yes.
Flynn, this is what we call the hard. This is what we call the hard sell because all of season 2 is committed to hitting Brick World.
Yeah.
But of course, we want to pull season 1 across as well.
There.
I'll be there.
It keeps doing that thing where it's reloading, and then my microphone basically crapped out when I was saying we would like to try to come.
And we would love to see you. So if you could spread the word amongst your season 1 castmates, please understand that Brick World Chicago is the rally point for season 2.
This is going to be awesome.
So I think we'll probably I'm guessing we're going to get all 24 is what I'm thinking.
You think you're
One
gonna
way or another.
numbers? 24?
Oh, no, 12 teams of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
24 plus the 20. Well, we usually get about 10 of season 1 that are active. And we have another reporter from the field.
It's
Yay!
So let's see who's here. Oh my God. Okay, hold on.
Hey guys. Philip plus 5.
This is Moto's.
a strip ball!
Holy cow!
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, what? Oh my God! Oh God! Hey! Good to see you.
Throw some bricks at the camera.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness! What the?
Here we go.
It's a convention within the convention.
It's conventionception.
Oh.
Whoa!
Whoa, get seasick.
Cheers, guys.
Down, there you go.
Oh wow!
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
it's awesome.
Oh my goodness! Holy cow!
Wow. This is so cool.
Wow!
Yay.
So hey there! Look! We've got Maria, Flynn, Brian, Richard, Susan, me, Dawn, and then you guys now. I think we might have over 20 Lego Masters packed into one stream.
Most Lego
Awesome.
Masters
That's amazing.
gathered.
The virtual is outnumbered by the IRLs.
Yeah, the IRLs are definitely. Oh my goodness, I can't even count how many people there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
We just finished eating dinner, so like it took forever to get out of there, but we're all hanging out. Just finished here.
Say.
I gotta turn the opposite direction of where I'm going here. All right, so I'm gonna pass this around now. You guys can all say hi.
Yes, please do. So we'll make it full screen.
So cool.
There you go. Yeah. Hi. How you guys doing?
Legend.
Hey.
Are you having a good time?
What's up?
Hey.
What's over here?
Aw.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Great to see ya.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up? How's it going, guys?
Wow, this is awesome.
Where's
Oh my
Dave?
gosh.
Dave.
I see Mark.
Ew.
Mark.
Where's Stephen go? Oh, boo. Corey, what's happening?
So in these moments, these rare moments in life, we need to reflect on family and the fact that you guys are there and we're here.
But did you say family?
Beautiful speech, Corey.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
We miss you guys.
Seriously.
So happy. This is where you guys belong. Lego Masters.
Brick, yeah.
US. Yeah. We're doing
Tim.
Chicago.
Oh, no.
Quick save by Randall.
No dabbing. No dabbing. All right. So anybody
else want to say hi yet? We get everybody. We got Mark. We got everybody in.
You hear me over there?
Yes, we did. We're gonna do. Yeah. We're gonna do a quick one more spin around here real quick.
Hey, what was the highlight of dinner?
What was the highlight of dinner?
Yes.
Shine and dash.
Were there chicken wings, Randall?
We gotta run now. We gotta go. Oh, shoot.
What just happened?
I should have asked that question.
I think they all just got taken up in the car for sitting in the parking lot.
The question was too heavy. I'm sorry.
Everybody, one more goodbye.
You know what's amazing is because Phil's holding the camera, we have a top-down skyline view of everybody else.
That's so true.
It's incredible to see how.
The camera's in reverse, so it makes it difficult.
No, it's interesting to see how you see the world because like everybody else is like you're like looking down at everything. Nestor and me.
Like I want to show you. Hey, I want to show you guys something real quick here. Hold on. Show me the bag. Show me the bag. Look at this rare.
What's up with this bag?
Lego
I've
Master
seen this
swag
bag
right
a lot.
here.
What?
Where
What does that say right there? That's Lego Master.
What?
Hey!
Yeah, is that
Amazing!
what
What?
is it like a pillow on the other side with like little cushions
How
for
do
the
we get
studs?
one of those?
Oh, questions? He said questions. Questions. All right. Where are we? Where's that? All right. We're clearly lost in the parking lot. So we'll talk to you later. Thanks for letting us interrupt. Appreciate it.
Goodbye. Love you.
Oh wow!
Did they forget where they parked?
Yeah,
Like a Seinfeld episode.
Yes.
It was too much. It was too much. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was awesome.
Now Brian's FOMO is like at peak FOMO.
It's at peak.
Yes.
Peak FOMO.
FOMOing so much right now.
You're not alone, man.
I think he just trying to teleport himself through the screen into that situation, like all of us.
It's so hard looking at my phone. My whole body just like clenches up, and I'm just like, I need to be there. It's just so hard for me.
Yeah, I think I am right there with you for sure.
Do they do anything virtual like for these conventions? Like, is there anything virtual happening that we could like tune into?
I don't believe so.
Huh. There's not like a virtual presentation.
Susan,
of, like,
Susan, have they announced that if any portion of this will be virtual, or is it all completely just person based?
I think it's all in person. I don't think it's virtual.
Yeah, except for did they have Jamie Berard phone in as well as Matthew?
Yeah, I must have missed it, but apparently, they did have some Lego people phone in.
Yeah.
Jamie.
Okay. Yeah, video call. Usually it's Jamie and Matthew Ashton do a segment each.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang. Wow, that's crazy.
All the more reason to go next year.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So is Brickfair always like this big of a gathering, like of Lego Masters or otherwise? Is this like one of the biggest events? Or
that would be impossible to answer.
It was locked before season 1. Isn't that right, Flynn?
Season 1, everything was locked
That's
down.
last year everything was locked down, and the year before there was no Lego Masters.
Yeah. So the answer is yes. It is always this big.
Biggest it will ever be.
Well, we had Bricks Cascade was our Bricks Cascade was our one that we got to go to, and then everything locked down. So, but that was a crowd wise anyway, like a crowd of epic proportions. Like that was something I'd never ever seen at a Lego Con before ever. Like it was outrageous. So yeah.
Oh goodness.
Buddy cops.
Buddy cops.
Buddy cop.
We're in the car here. Yeah. So I'm sorry, we keep like jumping in and jumping out, but we're trying to get like back to the expo center and everything. So Randall is my very gracious driver for this evening. Yes. So we're I don't know, how far are we out?
We are about 10 minutes out from the Dulles Expo Center.
Can I tell you how loud it is when you have like a group of
clutch of Lego masters?
A clutch of Lego
Clutch.
masters.
Yeah.
A big clutch.
So we need hard hitting facts from our roving reporters in the field.
So I'm afraid it's gonna fall over.
It's probably gonna fall.
But we're gonna try to make it work.
Yeah.
Is this the biggest gathering of Lego Masters ever?
No, because there were 24 Lego Masters on season 2.
Well, we're not counting the show.
Then yes, maybe.
Duh.
The largest
Cool.
gathering
And
of season 1 and season 2.
hello, Steven.
Hey guys.
Look at you. He's just
Is that
chilling.
Steven?
Steven, I feel like I already talked to you today because I talked to your mom and you look and act so much like her.
Yeah.
It's just
Yes.
delightful.
Yeah, he literally called me a second ago and was like, hey, why aren't you on the live stream? And I'm like, I forgot. So here I am. Oh no, it's all room talk now. How's everybody doing?
We're doing well. And Steven, we heard that your Ragnarok, your serpent belt, is doing very, very well in Virginia.
Yes, it is.
So congratulations. And it was amazing in Texas. So
yeah,
good on you.
We got an award in Texas. This is our first time we ever had 2 nominations. So we're really excited about that. So I'm sure Mark's already told you. I think he was already on. But yeah.
What were the nominations for?
So best lighting and best sculpting.
Ooh,
Which is very
nice.
competitive. The sculpting one is very competitive. So
Awesome.
we'll see how that goes. But we make it the best lighting.
Very nice.
Oh, it was,
That's
That's
what you
okay.
got
it
on the
was
rodeo, right?
gorgeous.
First
I've
lighting?
seen that in real life.
What's that?
I
Did
said
you
it's
get-
incredible in person to see it.
Yeah, it's a lot better in person. The camera doesn't do it justice.
Did you guys win best lighting at rodeo?
Yes. Yeah, they did.
Yes, they turn off the
Awesome.
lights, but only for private hours. That was really fun.
Well, just remember, if you want to win, don't go all Cobra Kai and sweep the legs of all the competitors because they'll crane you and you'll be out.
Yeah, I'll remember. Hey, there's some nice Cobra Kai. Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yep. I'll boost your audio just a touch because you're touch soft, but I'll go ahead and do that for you.
My speakers aren't great.
I'm going to crank. Okay, go for it.
Better?
Yep.
Better?
Try this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's actually a lot of Cobra Kai. I've seen a Cobra Kai, Karate Kid mock. There's a couple of them around here. It's pretty funny. You should mention that. There's a lot of stuff here. The volume is really high. It's nice to see it.
Oh, here we go.
Moto, I did turn the volume down on the or like the air conditioning down, the speed of the
Oh yeah. You guys are great now. I was getting a lot of audio, so I didn't mute you.
All right.
So far, what has there been?
Playing on the channel too?
Yeah. So Flynn just had to turn his camera off because of bad internet, but Flynn is here from season 1.
Oh, what's up?
Hello.
How's it going?
You gotta hold it, dude.
He keeps falling.
I swear we have the most not professional live streams ever, but they're glorious.
No, this is we are on our way to the crime scene right now. This is the best buddy cop movie ever. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got.
You need like a close-up interview.
I feel like it's Zero Dark 30 with like 3 body cams, and the rest of us are like anxiously waiting for the action to occur at any moment for it to go horribly wrong.
We are on our way to find out who stole all the Scala Lego. Oh God.
Oh man.
We have a tip that it was a Fabuland character. It was the one that looked like a walrus.
How many obscure Lego references can you work into one sentence?
But was the walrus wearing a captain's cap?
Yeah,
Or was it his twin brother without the captain's cap?
Right.
If you guys want, I can unleash an entire quart of Jack Stone and make this a horror stream.
Oh,
Was that
Okay.
you?
Oh,
Buddy,
no way.
Jack
because
So we had the
Stone.
convention put Jack Stone characters on a bunch of the builds. And
They're everywhere.
Who did it? You know who did it? I have no idea. No, we don't know who did it.
someone at Brickfair Virginia, please comment if you're watching, because whoever's doing it, I really want to know. But someone has been Easter egging Jack Stone everywhere in this convention.
That's hilarious.
We have one. Everyone has had one.
That's actually the second crime we're trying to figure out. Who?
Yeah, get on the ball on that one,
all
Sergeant.
the builds with Jack Stone.
Take it to the CSI lab.
The 911 emergency.
It's not me. I wish it was. I like that idea so much now. I have some.
Jack Stone. That's really sus, photo.
Maybe brick cascades or brick slopes, maybe Jack Stone, a quart of Jack Stone.
Man.
So Cody, what would you think if all of a sudden Jack Stone started to appear in your brick slopes convention?
What things? Themes?
Themes?
Sorry, a car drove by. What was the question?
How would you feel if random Easter egg Jack Stones started to appear on mocks all over the brick slopes convention?
Oh, Easter eggs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs, yeah.
I would say that is all good as long as you don't put it on the mock just in case, because somebody here actually put one on somebody's mock and broke it. Didn't say anything, so.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I would maybe.
Now there's foul play.
I would maybe get consent, right? Consent.
Always.
It's all about consent.
Good point.
But yes, no, a lot of people are doing, like, I'm sure you guys have seen tokens of appreciation that people give out, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I got one.
So, yeah, doing that kind of stuff is great. But yeah, everybody loves a good Easter egg hunt. Oh, going over the curve.
Yep, I was putting a few
Fascinating.
out. Brick Rodeo.
So let's go around. Dawn, what did you put out as you when you did a favorite? What was your symbol?
I put out as a small brick belt 3-piece butterfly that has a little easel on it, and it says, "This makes my heart soar." So I
It's
put
really
that on
cute. I saw
approximately
one
10. Yeah, so I did that on the ones that just really made me stop in my tracks and look at it even longer, because there were so many good builds. It was hard, but I limited myself because I wanted to make them special. So yeah, so I did that at Brick Rodeo. So
That was
something
cool.
that
And I know.
it's good for me to build.
Yeah, a nice small part count, right? So you can make a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Jen was handing out little gold land speeders as well as little LMs, I think.
Cool.
And then I believe I just did handwritten notes. So I was just dropping sheets of paper like everywhere.
You say just like it's not a big deal.
What?
You say just like it's not a big deal. People love
Well,
this.
it wasn't a build. It's like I had a thing I built for auction, so I didn't have anything I built, so I was just like scribbling.
I love it.
Like I love this thing on this mock, and it's really cool. And yeah. Blah, 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 blah. There you go.
That's great.
In a day and age of texting and email,
Oh my goodness.
a handwritten note goes a long way.
Very true.
Oh, I guess so. And look at
There's
this.
Tyler.
Now Susan's getting master bombed.
Look at that.
Is that a thing?
Master bombed.
Master bombed, is that a thing?
It is now.
It is now.
What's up, guys?
Yep.
What's up?
Going, guys. Oh, wait. Philip, are you still driving? All right.
Yeah.
So we're still driving. We're almost back. I'm going to drop off, and then we're going to go master bomb Susan speed some time. It sounds dirty. It sounds nasty.
It doesn't sound like a good thing.
We're here to inspect your guys' use of terms. It's not good. The buddy cops are on the way. Yep.
Call it builder bombing.
You come up with a better term.
Oh yeah, builder bombing. That's a good one. Builder bombing is probably better.
Okay, guys.
You go with builder
before
bombing.
we leave, do you know what a group of Lego Masters is together?
It's a clutch.
It's a clutch.
It's a clutch.
It's a large clutch of Masters. So, all right, we're gonna go find Susan. We'll be back online.
Yeah, and Dawn, you had your nice piece up there for a minute. Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that's lovely.
Those are great.
I love that.
Katie was admiring your
Oh,
use of the teal heart. She loves that.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
beautiful.
Really
Yeah.
cool.
So they're all different. So each one's got either a different color heart or a different color quarter round, and So I just kind of just started pulling things that I had. I ordered extra hearts because I don't have a whole lot of hearts. I don't got a lot of heart. So I got more heart now.
Oh, yes, you do.
That's not true.
That's not true. And by the way, someone, if you were watching the Center Square and Susan just did a legit Lego Master move with her mouth on a single arm, reach and grab on a piece.
I didn't. I was just trying to get this out of the little bag. This is my little token of appreciation.
Oh,
Oh, it's so cute.
It's really
Oh, that's so
cute.
cute.
Yeah. That's it.
Awesome.
Hey guys, I'm really tired. I'm gonna save my voice for tomorrow. I guess. But no,
I knew it. You tried to do two conventions back to back.
Yeah, this is what you get for it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All were here, and it's great. Brian, Richard, Flynn, good to see you guys. Don, good to see you again.
See you too.
Good to see you, too.
Maria,
Good to see you again, Stephen.
my mom.
Nice, Stephen.
She's so happy.
Good
about
seeing you,
it.
Stephen.
Yeah,
Thanks
Let
for
us
sharing
know
that,
when you're
man.
coming up to Michigan next time.
I'll be up.
This is the guest room. You can stay here. The bed's
Either
covered
way.
with laundry right now, but we'll move it if
Enjoy.
you come stay.
Yeah. Either way,
Or he
I
has to fold
came
laundry,
on
you know.
for the record. Most Lego Masters on the stream, so it's good.
Well,
to
no,
see
you know that if Steven rolls around your laundry, it's going to wind up cleaner than when it was on the bed. The guy's so sweet. It's going to be like sugary and smell all nice. And
Appreciate it.
you're welcome. Bye. Awkward.
Okay, so we're gonna leave now.
I'll see you guys. You have a good one.
Bye, Steven.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, bye, Stephen.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to follow suit with Stephen because our food is ready and we're back at the convention. So we're going to sit down and dinner.
Yeah, have some good dinner. Bye.
All right.
Bye,
You're welcome.
Susan.
guys.
It's so good to see you. Richard, since you're not able to join very often, I was wondering, what have you been up to?
I've been doing this.
Wait, what?
So
Wait, hold on a minute.
I'm trying to learn how to build. It's my first Technic car, so I'm trying.
Is that a Xi'an?
Is
Yes,
that the one?
it's a Xi'an. It's. I listened very closely to Ewan Phillips's pronunciation of it. So I go with whatever anyone tells me. Seriously, I was like Xi'an, Scion. The thing is that I think we're all old enough to remember the Scion, which is kind of crazy. Like
Right.
the
I
actual
would remember it
Scion
because I wasn't into
brand.
cars.
Well, I have like a whole Scion story, but like it's such a weird company. Like I don't know, and just to see them now, it's like the punch buggies of, or the Volks, not even as popular as Volkswagen, but just like the punch buggy Volkswagens of their day. So Yeah.
What is it like putting it together with the instructions and all the correct pieces?
And all
you know,
the
it's
parts
harder
that you
with the
need.
instructions. I'm gonna say it's actually
Is it
harder with
really?
instructions. Yes, way harder because
Show it to us again because it looks crazy.
It does look
Well,
crazy.
it's a high level Technic set, guys. So let's admit it. Like the gearbox alone is enough to kill a person.
it is.
Yeah,
it
that's
really
some
is.
insane
And then you
gearing
have-
in
Oh my
there.
gosh.
I don't
Well,
know
let-
if I could do it.
Let me get you on the big screen. Can you hold that up
Yeah.
just still, as
Sure.
still as possible, just for a minute?
So this is in the beginning. This is the gearbox in the beginning here, and then you also build it in sections. So you
Oh,
start
God.
with like this. I think this is the front. So you have like this section with the wheels that go here. So this whole section gets snapped onto the chassis, and then this whole section gets snapped onto the chassis, and then you start building from the top into the chassis. So an interesting part where I know where I am now is that I know that this is the steering wheel, this little piece right here. So this is the steering wheel.
Gosh, is that the shifter in the middle?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a full
Yes.
transmission shifter. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
my.
It's,
I have to tell you, the Technic sets like that, like you guys know that I love Technic, right? I'm like probably one of the castmates who probably loves Technic the most.
Mm.
Even that would make me drink a little. Like
Yeah.
when we were in the hotel, I had ordered a couple of Technic sets, and they were like kid sets, right?
Yeah, they were the mild ones.
And every few pages I would be like, shoot, I missed a pin, and then you have to like take the whole thing apart and start over again.
And I found out my son messed up a couple connections on his Technic set. And what was mind-blowing is he went into my Technic box, he added more connectors to make it work, and then he asked me to fix it, but the problem was he misdrove the core of it. So if you guys have ever tried to butterfly open a Technic set, it's like the worst thing in the world because it's easier to just disassemble it backwards in the steps. Because once they get all completely locked together, to try to pry that thing apart and butterfly it and then correct it and get it back, it's a nightmare.
Well, that's what I was afraid of with this because like I was spending so much time making sure I didn't miss things and like going over certain connections because like after a while, I'm just like putting pins in and not counting how many I put in. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't feel right. So I'm like revising every step, like every section that I complete, I'm revising it. And I'm like, and that takes up so much time. So yeah. Like,
at least it'll be correct.
I don't think I'd have the patience to do that.
My Land Rover Discovery has something's wrong with the transmission. I'm not even willing to go back and correct it. It's like I'm like, I guess it's broken on the line. It's going to be a full refund. It's under warranty.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah,
we saw it when we were at Bricks and Minifigs, and I was like,
We're like, nope. Like I built this once.
It's so triggering. Well, and Dawn was with me when I saw it at Bricks and Minifigs, and I think at that point they didn't know about it yet. But I said something, I was like, mm-mm. And she was like,
Maria, you accidentally like dropped a little hinter, a little subtle. You didn't say anything.
On that set.
No, she didn't. She didn't say anything, but you could tell she was having PTSD.
Yeah, flashbacks.
Well, I feel like Lego.com was kind of giving like a preview because in that Lego Masters section on there, it had like in the sets inspired by the show, it had that car there for like a really long time, like before the episode. So they were like giving like a little sneak preview.
That was very good catch on your part. I didn't notice that.
That is.
It's kind of like the Monkey Kid CMF or Monkey King CMF coming out before the release of the line. Just a little tease, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The little tiles inside of the sets, or no, that's something else. That was video. Sorry, never mind.
That's video.
Yeah.
Flynn, is there any set that is there anything like you guys came off of season 1? Was there anything you saw in the store that would trigger you guys?
That's a great question.
Like maybe a CMF you had to build around or anything like that?
Any brick, basically.
I'm a very triggering one right here.
That's so real.
Show that to Randall and he'll.
What color?
Yeah. That's Randall's
guys
trigger.
had colors too, right, Flynn? So at some point, were there certain colors where you were just like, no, never?
Oh, it's really, I have, I love pink bricks. I love pink bricks so much. And we were trying to make a pink castle for one of our builds, like a micro castle. And there were just no pinks.
Oh, always at the wrong time.
I know. We'll never get the punchline. But I think I know where he's going with this. I remember trying to build something with peel, and it was in like 1x1 or 1x2 tiles, or plates, and then it was in like 1x10 bricks, and you were like,
Yeah,
there's nothing in between, right?
What can I do with this?
Yeah,
I remember that. Pink was really tough because Pink had like 1x1s and then like the big stack of 2x4s, and that was like kind of it. It was like you had to just work with those.
Is that what because you built your
So-
first castle out of pink?
The first castle, yeah, that was all 2x4s and then 1x1s, like the entire thing. So we had just like stacks of 1x1s up the sides as like filler. It was.
So did you guys know why I chose the robots to be orange and medium azure?
Because those are the best colors available.
Availability.
Those were the bright colors that spanned the entire range of plates, and they're the only two bright colors that span the whole range of plates.
Smart. Wow. So you scoped that out quickly.
Oh yeah, I went to the pit, I went to the plates, and I started pulling drawers, and I'm going like, I was like, lavender, no. Okay, this no, this no. And I started to go, oh, medium azure, medium azure, medium azure, medium azure, and then orange, 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 orange. I'm like, Paris, we're doing orange and medium azure because they're complementary colors and all the plates are there.
Yeah, they look really good together.
So that is the only reason the robots were those specific colors is because they had the bright color spread across the pit.
Well,
that's super smart.
One of the we
know
chose
your inventory, right? Know your inventory.
One of the reasons we chose blue for our car was because, I mean, amazingly, it was still left because I think we were towards the end when we got to pick our color. But we chose blue because I know that there's such a huge range of blue, both in terms of shades of blue, but also availability pieces. So I was kind of surprised nobody else had picked it.
I remember you saying that and thinking like, oh, that was so smart. Like Maria's brilliance.
So can you guys rewind a bit for anybody who doesn't know? So all the cars were a different color.
Yes.
But that seems very intentful. So was there a process to come to those colors? And how
that was
what
my
was it?
question. I wondered about that because it seemed like a way to be able to see, like, tell them all apart. Like, I got why it was done, but it just, it was like, there's no way everybody just randomly picked.
It's never random.
It's never.
So how did it work? If you're allowed to say.
They basically had a stack of the colors that we could choose from. And then they just randomly drew the teams, and the team that was drawn first got to pick their color versus and so on down the line.
Got it.
So all the good colors would get snatched up quickly. Depending
Which is
on
why I was so surprised blue was left toward the end, because I think we were like there were what, 7 teams or 8 teams?
8 teams, yeah.
There were 8 teams. And
We're so far. We're so exhausted from the season. We can't even remember how many teams are left.
It was so far apart. How am I supposed to keep track?
Maria, you got it right. There were 8 teams at the beginning of the episode, and there were 7 teams at the end of the episode.
Right.
So.
But yeah, I think we were like the 6th team to pick or something. So I couldn't believe blue was still left.
So since yellow was left, that's what I picked for mine when I did my home build.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
nice.
was yellow and pink. I think didn't get.
Yeah.
Was it pink? I think it was pink.
That's what you said, and I don't have that many pink. Somebody
I
said
don't think
something
anybody
about
does.
Right.
Pink is a tough color to collect. I try to do it for Julian, and it's rough, man. It's rough to find pink. Dark purple, even worse. I'm amazed at how much dark purple they had. So that's a good question. Is like, starting with Flynn, was there anything in a massive quantity that just blew your mind because it's so rare to find it just out in the wild? Or maybe he's not
Or
online.
or not.
I'll switch to Brian. Brian, was there anything in the pit that you came across and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe they got this?
So that was kind of like the whole impetus behind the hanging build that we did with those big sunrise and sunset rainbow things. Was just, I've never seen that quantity of like the bright light yellow, or the bright light orange, like those colors in that quantity. I was like, this is crazy. I have to try to do something with this. And so that kind of spurred on trying to create those gradients out of those like really weird colors that you don't see a lot of. So that was like a really fun challenge, but also.
Hey, friendly colors are not weird. They're just misunderstood.
Yes, weird is the wrong word. They are beautiful colors. Like I love those colors. They're just not very common, but like you were saying, Moto, with the inventory issue, like a lot of those colors didn't have even close to what we needed, to create those like really big brick built things. And so a lot of that is just doing the classic like piecing together and just using like 2 1x3s to create a 2x3. It's like that whole thing. every single layer is built like that with like these like scrapped together because for each color they didn't have even close to what was needed.
Yeah. So if anyone is still watching at this point, because I have no idea, the common question that we get is like, oh, the brick pit is so massive, it's so vast, you have everything, and you're speaking to another aspect of how you have to remain incredibly flexible and highly adaptable in your building throughout any challenge, and that part of it, because the show doesn't go into the building and the difficulties of building so much, but a lot of it is a lot of the challenges aren't necessarily what you see just on their face. They are very difficult. There's not a lot of time. But what's compounding into that is you need to be almost like a MacGyver, You have to be able to shift your inventory very quickly or your techniques very quickly and adopt to a situation. I mean, like poop, part out of parts is like a massive thing you better know going into the show because you need to poop out parts like crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You heard it here first, folks.
No, I'm surprised they didn't show that aspect of Lego Lingo with Will Arnett because Will's like, so what are you doing there, Moto? I'm like, I'm pooping. And he's like, what?
I'm like, you said that?
I'm like, part out of parts, P-O-O-P, poop. It is a thing.
It's a thing. It's a whole.
Well, that wasn't verbatim. That wasn't verbatim, but I'm trying to give you like the gist of the exchange between poor Will and myself. First we have snot, and now we have poop. Are you guys serious? I mean, you can just imagine that kind of. It wasn't. That's not verbatim, but that I did introduce. I had to introduce the whole the concept of poop as well as Dark Ages. He had never heard of Dark Ages before.
Right.
Wow. Huh.
Man,
Yeah.
missing out on some good lingo.
How about you, Marie? Was there anything where you got to the pit and you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't. I'm like completely blown away that they had X, Y, or Z.
This is not a piece that actually. Well, no, we did use it in our explosion build, but I could not believe how many of those gold chrome satellite dishes.
Oh, Monkey Kid Gold, drum lacquer gold dishes. I told Zach and Wayne about those guys. Yep.
I feel like they were all used up every single episode, but they still managed to find more to put in the pit. It was really amazing. We used, like I said, we used a few of them in our cabaret for the spotlights. But
so I know Flynn is like swearing under his breath right now, but yes, Flynn, they had an entire drawer of drum lacquered gold dishes from Monkey Kid.
Well, it's interesting because those were available through Bricks and Pieces for like super cheap for a long time. Yep. And I wonder, it makes me wonder if the process of making them involves doing a lot of them all at once, like for whatever reason, like you have to do like, a metric ton of them to like for whatever it takes, who knows, but that would make, it just seems to
like
make
that?
sense.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Hack the system, baby. Yeah, quarter of the market. But yeah, those in the chevron, the pentagonal tiles, a couple in bananas, a couple of elements were mispriced. And what's cool is they were starting to show up. We didn't get the bananas, but we had a couple of nice elements. The dishes one.
But honorable mention, and I'm sorry, Flynn, but I loved all the dots pieces.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh,
I know.
Man.
Sorry.
I would have given anything to have dots pieces. Oh my goodness, anything.
Yeah, the entire line was introduced between the seasons, so we wound up getting them, and that was, man, I mean, people are going crazy bonkers over them, which they should.
I actually think that was introduced before season 1 aired, but it was after they had filmed it.
It was after,
Yeah.
So not fair.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking the amount of, we're very detailed like builders. Like we usually build small and highly detailed, and just the ability to create shapes with curves and all of that, and is just such a huge bonus. So that's really great. I'm super glad you all got to use them, and from what I've seen so far, always use them to really great effect, which is great.
Oh yeah, they weren't wasted. That's for sure. I will go next. I was we never used them, never had a chance to use them. But when I saw the amount of flex tube in there, I almost cried.
Oh, you had flex tube?
Yeah.
So we had
I
not just
discovered that till
we didn't just have flex tube. We had 3 different lengths and big lengths of flex tube, and it was a cord like this in the drawer.
You're just showing off now, Moto.
I never got to use it though. I was dying because I was like, I wanted at some point to go crazy with FlexTube because you can do just insane pattern work and crazy non-standard connections with FlexTube. And because it gets you out of so many bad situations that I never had a chance to use it.
I'm pretty sure I did not discover them until episode 7, and that's all I'm going to say.
Spoiler alert!
But no, Flynn, it was insane the amount of flex tube they had. You could not purchase that. The amount of flex tube they had was on this. I'm talking like flex tube new is bad enough, but even secondary Bricklink market, I don't think you could acquire the amount of crazy flex tube that they had in that pit. I was like, so they must have listened to you guys. Someone must have said, we really need flex tube. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, buddy. Just wait, buddy. Okay, yeah. And they packed flex tube in. It was by the Technic, but it was in a drawer kind of up toward the top.
Wow.
Richard, how about you? Did you get blown away by anything?
The telephone poles on either end of our explosion.
Yeah.
A lot of the Technic connector, two-sided Technic connector pins, that was really hard to come by for a while. Yeah, these guys. Sorry, my light is too bright.
Hold on, let me. Also, you got to put your hand behind it sometimes to get it to stop focusing on your face.
Oh, I never thought to do that. Okay.
Yeah, just make sure the back of your hand covers up your face, and then
like that. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, so like these.
Yeah,
guys.
bingo.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
I mean, we had
when you splice them together.
of them, but like not in a vast quantity that I would have liked. Mm-hmm. Also, in the area where all the Technic stuff was, this was hard to come by, and I definitely asked for these and even the round ones, like these guys. I have it close by, that's why I can pull it up. But like these were really hard to come by. These like ones with the hole, the Technic axle with hole loop at the end of it. That was really, really hard to come by. So.
Oh, those are the steering link arms. Yeah, steering linkages. There's only about a handful, like 10 or 12, I think, at any one time.
Yeah.
If I remember, because people were thinking very much like using it as a steering connector, not of a NPU type of situation. So there wasn't a lot.
Yeah. I know, Brian, you guys used a lot of clear pieces on your on floating brick, and when I saw that, I was like, I don't think there are any more left of these. Like, I think that was the only time I ever saw like clear like 1x2s and maybe 1x4. I don't think they're 1x4s, but like they're all gone after that. I was like,
yep.
Wow. I mean, like because they're also clear that they're easy to miss in all of those bins.
No, they were in a brick container up on top. They had their own drawer.
A small one? Oh.
There was
actually smaller ones.
There was actually a surprising amount of the clear pieces from like across the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Like
and plates too. If you liked plates, there was quite a bit.
Clear plates, but in terms of brick size, I think they only had 1x2s, 1x1s.
That's what I remember.
They had the 2x2 slope, and then they had the 2x2 round brick, and that was it. So that whole castle is built with the combination of those 4 types of parts just like stacked. So it's just
you
an
guys
interesting
went nuts on that.
maneuver, and half of it broke.
Were you not, Brian? Were you not listening to me when I was explaining to you guys the difference between ABS and polystyrene for clear?
I've heard that a few times in the green room, and I feel like on the set.
Oh God. Dawn, did you find anything in the pit that you were kind of amazed was there in quantity?
I guess I geeked out when I saw the masonry profile 1x2s in multiple colors, and so we used multiple colors, one for each of our buildings, in the hero shot.
That's right. Yeah, you had a lot of masonry in there.
Yes, we had masonry like you wouldn't believe, and we tried to make it so that it would fall apart, but obviously we did something not quite right. And between each row, I put tiles. I didn't put plates. It looks like plates, but they're tiles. So it was falling apart in our hands. So I don't know why it didn't. Oh, look who's there!
It's calling me.
I don't know. So I don't know why it didn't fall apart, but yeah, because
you also had an accidental last minute press before you
yes,
it's just that innate builder reaction and oopsie.
Oh, it was an impulse that is like, yes, your natural thinking, oh, it's not pushed together, and I pushed it together, and that was one of the issues that we had. So
one of the factors.
But the thing was crumbling in our hands, so it should have fallen apart epically, but oh well.
Does Maria know that I can read lips partially? Oh, now she's just gibberish. Flint, for season 1, you guys had the experience of never having the show at all and just showing up and seeing this massive thing. Mm-hmm. What kind of stood out to you guys? Apart from just being overwhelming, I'm sure, getting an introduction like that and not having the advantage that we had for actually watching the show and studying it.
Are you
We're always talking to Flynn, but he can't talk to us.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say, as far as an element, that blew your mind.
Oh.
I broke the system.
Didn't want to answer that one.
I think I personally think the fine folks at Fox are like auditing my channel and they realize he is about to give away a core secret or something and they're like,
hope you can't say that.
Cut the feed.
Well, actually, there was this thing that
They're like furiously unplugging everything.
Right.
Yeah, basically ripping out they're ripping out all the cables. Yeah. Oh, it's too bad.
So I was building the giant Ghostbusters set, the big Ecto 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I was just talking to Richard about this, actually. There was this crazy step in the instructions where you had to take a part off of the build to use it for something else. And I had never seen that before. Where it's like, there's a part that's in the instructions. The instructions literally say, okay, take these 2 bricks off and then use them for something else.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Is the idea to somehow put it in place so that as you're building, it kind of locks something in place, and then you can take it off, and then it's still held.
Oh, was it used to line something up, or?
It could. Right. So I think what it might have been used for, there were these 2 yellow 2x2 round bricks, right? And they're on the bottom of the chassis of the car. And I think maybe they were to stand the chassis up, to prop it up a little bit.
So when you're pressing down, you don't break the model, and then you wind up taking them off when the model's solid enough, huh?
But I don't know, just
what the hey?
For all the Lego instructions I've seen in my life, I've never seen take a brick off of the build.
I've never seen that either.
Onto the build, so anyway,
that's crazy.
I was freaking out. I was like, this build is nuts.
if anyone employs that strategy moving forward, if anyone employs that strategy for future challenges, whether on the show or just in general, that is going to really blow people's mind.
That would, design something so that when you take bricks off of it, it becomes something new. That would be interesting.
Or
oh no! I told you they're listening, dude. Why would you even suggest that? That's gonna be like episode 2 of season 3.
It's like
Okay.
Sorry, Lego Masters Season 3.
They've listened to the complaints about the destruction, and they're like, how can we do more creative destruction? How can we actually?
But that's why it's so insidiously brilliant. That's why it's so insidiously brilliant. It's okay. We want you to build a mock in 8 hours. Oh, get this, and then we're gonna have the judges evaluate it, and then we need you to take it apart for 6 hours, and it needs to be something different that they'll judge. What do you think about that, guys? And everybody's gonna be like, "Oh no, they'll add it as a twist. Now we need you to take stuff off and transform it. That'll be the twist."
Right.
I will say though, real talk.
Oh
here.
my god, that'd be horrifically awesome, complicated.
Real talk here. I do think it would be fun for the Lambo challenge we did if they gave you a box set, everybody the same exact box set, and then you all had to create whatever you wanted with it. And like whoever used the most pieces and had the most, the coolest build or whatever. Like I know that's not an original idea, but it's not been done on Lego Masters, and I think that would be really cool.
I was at Fort Collins. They had a Lego Creation Festival, and that was the competition. Is they gave everybody the exact same set. Hi, Don. And
I'm back ish.
And
what
you had to.
us?
Yeah, I was wondering what she's showing us.
Yeah, I can't tell.
It was a gift with purchase. So you've got a little gift with purchase.
Oh.
So it's a magic box. So you close it up and you say Alakazam. You open it up and the money's gone. Lego take my money.
I love it.
Oh God. So they do this thing where everybody gets the same set. You have to build a mock, and then you get points subtracted for any pieces left over, the quantity of pieces left over.
Oh wow.
So that's what makes it really tough is so if they do this on Lego Masters, I'm going to tell the new contestants what you want to do is make sure that your build has a cavity and you cram in all the loose crap that's left over into that cavity.
Smart.
Secret's out now, Moto.
And you're like, I used every piece. And then Jamie's going to open up this little cavity and be like,
it's all gonna
why is there a jumble of 300 elements in this thing?
Awesome.
It's part of the build. Like
you're going to be like, well, that's the Star Wars trash compactor.
Yeah,
well, I thought we were going to explode it, so all of this stuff
But it would be really.
I made a waste management system, and this is where the trash compactor is. It's just a bunch of the loose garbage left over, with a little Technic eyeball periscope sticking out from the monster. Wink, wink, wink.
Oh,
I feel like that would be so awesome
in the Millennium Falcon. That
yeah.
But make it.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, what if the set they gave them to mock with was the UCS Falcon? It's just a Bototo gray.
I was going to suggest the bookshop because that has amazing.
Oh yeah, you want something with good color. I mean, like the Falcon would be brutal. Same with the Coliseum would be just tan. No, shades of tan everywhere.
The Winnie the Pooh set, which I just built and loved. It was like one of my all-time favorites. It's so cute. Yeah. But I think that's like a brilliant idea for a challenge because it would encourage kids to like look at their sets and be like, okay, what else can I do with this? Because I feel like kids watching Lego Masters probably already do that, but there's kind of that like barrier for entry of like, well, I don't have all the bricks. I don't have 5 million bricks. So if they saw somebody like rebuilding a set, they'd be like, I can do that.
Who's going to pitch this to Brent?
Yeah, this is awesome. All right, let's go. I'll just see him at Trader Joe's again and run around.
Yes.
I forgot.
This time you're going to chase him down Moto style, though. You're going to be like full on.
Yeah,
I wish
full on blasted.
I thought so hard about it, just like dropping my stuff and just being like, Brent.
And he would run away.
Oh wow, that's
of course.
Yeah. I like how he
would pretend like someone's calling him. Like
I like how Quinn comes back and makes a gesture and immediately freezes.
Yeah, I know. Well, also it went on my end. It went black. I can't even see him. So, Flynn, I'm just going to green room you just for a second and add you back.
I don't know what's going on, y'all.
Yeah. We don't either. Fox got them again. I don't know. Internet goblins. So
But I've actually got the bookshop right up here. Do you see it?
Oh,
it's awesome.
It's so beautiful.
Oh.
So for the chat, if you guys are still watching, you have plenty of time to ask questions of us because I know that we have maybe, I'd say about 18 minutes left before we hit our nice, feature film length. Mark?
It's like Disney feature film length.
Yeah, Disney feature film. Well, we can go Christopher Nolan, but I don't think anybody was going to stick around for that. We'd be like, it was like, oh my god,
No.
it's like,
Wait, but
it's like,
we really
it's like,
don't
wait,
want-
so you're at the black hole and time's slowing down. I'm not following this. What's happening?
we really don't want the Peter Jackson cut.
Oh, Peter Jackson supercut, yeah. Brian would because it's a Lord of the Rings reference, so he would have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
but I
the
knew you'd
reference
appreciate it.
alone, like you have me for at least 12 hours.
Yes.
I'm already there.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey.
I love shout outs every once in a while just to blow someone's mind who's new. Like, what? Oh my god. Oh, interesting. So here's one.
I don't think they did beforehand, did they?
Or after.
So my answer is going to be not yet.
Really?
They have not asked us for challenge ideas yet.
Not yet.
Because I don't know if they do, but I'd like to think maybe once the entire run's over, and if they have a third season that gets funded and greenlit, they might circle back to some contestants for some crazy ideas. But I do know that they have a massive book they have a huge book of challenges that they can pick from, because there are smarter people obviously working this thing over for a few years around the world, and I'm sure they've got a lot of great ideas already done. So let's take the second half.
Right.
What challenge would you like to see?
No, I already
So
shared
we
mine.
talked. Yep. So Maria's got the out because she already did the set thing, which is amazing. Brian did the additive and then reduction one, which I think is like that is too good not to happen.
That's terrifying.
It's scary. I would freak out if that one came at me.
You know what? I have an idea for a challenge. I would
Okay,
like
go
to
for it.
see, because story is so big on certain challenges that like maybe if there was one that was purely story, like literally and figuratively, where you actually make a pop-up book, because we've seen that now as a set, and I know that kind of like previews what the challenge is because you're kind of giving it away ahead of time, but this is one where you add a twist, and stories have a twist. So if you are able to create a pop-up story book with like a beginning, a middle, and an end, I think that would be pretty fascinating.
Oh, wow.
That makes my brain hurt thinking about it, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Well,
I would do it.
It's not. No.
None of
It's not a good challenge. It is not a good challenge unless it makes your brain hurt. That is number one of any challenge. That's the whole point. You go in and they tell you something, and you literally go, "I think I stripped a gear." Like my gearbox just like froze up for a minute, locked up for a minute, trying to figure out what I'm going to do.
Every challenge.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, boom. Right in the sweet spot for Gloria Erickson there.
And she's
Congrats.
right on. I think that's why episode 5 was like of the ones that have aired so far. Episode 5 was my favorite because it was just, hey, build something.
Yeah,
that one and episode 1.
And yes, it had to hang. Yeah, episode 1 was like that too. But even more so for this one, we didn't have to include movement. So it really was like, yes, it's going to hang, but just build something. Open ended.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And I loved it.
I agree.
Dawn, do you have do you have an interesting? Oh, what was that, Richard?
I said it's explosion proof.
Well, gravity was the explosive device.
Proof, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Dawn, did you have a challenge idea? Have you ever thought of one?
Right.
You don't have to answer if you don't have one.
I was kind of thinking, it's like I'd like to see something where you have obviously it's story and aesthetics like Gloria was talking about, but you have a story, and it can be made up. It doesn't have to be out of a book, but you have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So you have 3 parts that you have to build, and
Like
your
vignettes.
story has to go along with it. So you have to be able to tell the story, so you can't just have once upon a time and they lived happily ever after. There's got to be something else going on in there, but something like so you can kind of
I think she got too close to a real challenge. They Flinder.
Like a hero's
They
journey.
Flinder.
I'm telling you, man, you can only suspect.
Take notes,
You can only
season 3.
suspect.
Yeah, that lines up a lot with what Richard was saying too. It sounds like that's
Or
popular. Yeah.
Yeah, he was cutting in and out on my internet, so I couldn't catch it all.
Yeah. Mine unfortunately is along the same lines of more destructive, but I've always said that I would like for the builders to build for a certain amount of time. They have to build some sort of fortress. Interpret that how you may. It could be sci-fi, it could be castle, it could be whatever, right? Some sort of fortress on a specific base plate that's set in place. You then get a twist where you have to make a device that will batter down the other person's fortress from a slight distance. So everybody gets set up in a grid, and then you have to fire on each other's fortresses and try to demolish them.
It's like Demolition Derby with castles. I love it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So you
I
need
love
it.
That's cool.
I'm gonna just be honest. I don't know if this is a thing in the Lego building community, but do people do a lot of mazes or Rube Goldberg type of
GBC? GBC is a thing, and I was dreading because I had a feeling I'm like, one of these days they're gonna pull out the GBC and everybody's gonna lose their crud.
Do you know what that is, Richard?
I don't know what it is.
Okay, so GBC is called Great Ball Contraption.
Yeah, okay.
And the idea is that you have a predetermined input and output, okay, into a volume. What and you use the little it's the soccer balls, right?
Yeah, soccer.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's basketball and
Yeah, but the balls are always the same units. So they dump you. You're basically a group of people will buy just a lot of balls. A lot. And you build a mechanical contraption, usually it's Technic based, to get the ball from this to here. But the way they do it is completely insane. There's spirals, Archimedes screws. There's hands that grab and lift and move the ball from one position to another. There was a challenge in Australia where they were, or no, it wasn't Australia. It was, I can't remember which country. But they had, they had to build a miniature golf course. But the key was that when the person putted the golf ball in, you had to take the ball and then move it onto a different section and drop it off, like a GBC. But instead of having a million balls, it was a golf ball that they had to move through. Whatever mechanism they determined, whether it was a conveyor belt or whatever it was, you had to take basically the golf ball and somehow manipulate it to get it back to the hole, as long as the person got it inputted correctly.
Yeah. I mean, that's so technical that you would have
scary.
to show how it's made and then how it works. It's just too much to just gloss over the real meat and potatoes of it.
Yeah. And most people, they did very simple mechanisms because you're on a time limit. You're not going to make this intricately beautiful GBC suction cup device thing. And GBCs are notoriously difficult to maintain, and they're very twitchy.
If you go to Brickworld 2022,
you will see
they
them.
have, I think, world record GBC there, and it's literally probably at least 40.
It looks like bringing it back to Virginia. It sounds like Virginia has a GBC course going.
Wow. No joke, before Lego Masters, I was prepping for one of those. I was like, what is the hardest challenge they could possibly do? And that was like what I decided in my brain was like, this
No, you're
would be
right.
the one that would kill me. So,
No, you're right. You're right. You think a Technic set is awful. GBC is like another level of motion and mechanical stuff going on. And,
So
and
I
it's a
was
great.
like looking at all these examples and studying them, and it was just like, this is insane what people can do. It's so.
And it's not just that, it's a study in wear, because even if you build something that's amazing for 1 minute, you try running that thing for 8 straight hours,
Right.
and things are going to start to misalign. And basically, the GBCs are known for having ABS dust everywhere. The actual friction of the mechanics eventually just literally grinds dust out of the pieces. So whenever they lift up a GBC after a con, you just see like different colored dust.
Yeah.
Wow, no kidding, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They should say that for an explosion challenge sometime.
The dust?
You said colored dust. I was triggered. Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna blow stuff up, but what we've done is we've
challenge I was
collected.
actually thinking they would do.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, you go first, and then I'll do my stupid Will impression.
Well, I was thinking they would do like a tensegrity type challenge.
Oh, well,
Which
yeah.
you
How could
have
they
to
make a
carry,
master's
you know,
version of tensegrity?
where you have to let it.
Yeah. Where it's like big enough.
You know.
Yeah.
So it just. Yeah, so you can see it on this
that's
TV,
insane.
right?
That would be cool.
So yeah, and that was something that actually my son thought, this might be something you're gonna see and try it, and so we kind of practiced some of that, and it didn't matter.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, as far as dust, it's like I could see Will's like. So we've swept up all the GBC ABS dust from 5 major conventions, as well as the ashes of all of our former contestants and the tears of all the brokenhearted. So you get a choice between you get a choice between ABS dust, ashes, and tears, and bottled frustration. Bottled frustration is a glitter.
And they're going to use the new Marvel character CMFs for superheroes, right? But real talk, that TVA Loki in the new Marvel series, I am like in love with it.
Yeah.
So
Well, Maria, I don't know the future. I don't know what's coming, but I do know that the first season had, a licensed theme build, which was Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to see another. And Fox is under the Disney brand.
It's true.
And
Lego has all kinds of partnerships with.
And Lego has partnerships, but it has to fall under Disney. It has to be Disney. So we'll not see Harry Potter. We won't see WB Batman or DC.
Wow.
But there is this funny thing called the Marvel Universe. And there's a lot of movies. So I'm hoping, I'm going to be watching the show like everybody else. But when I was thinking through the season, I'm like, if only, you can make it that far to hit the theme, I would love to see Marvel Studios. Right?
You know what, Moto?
But none of us know. None of us can say.
You'll have to wait and see.
I know. I'm going to have to wait and see. But that's the only thing keeping you from those Marvel CMFs. Those Marvel CMFs would be probably part of that package deal if it was going to show up. Because, the licensed figures just can't be used unless it's a licensed theme that's been cleared through 9 layers of lawyerdom and
only
legal minutia and agreements. And you're right. It's probably more like 12 because they're adding in the movie studios, right?
It's Disney.
It's Disney.
Well, I honestly thought that when we were doing the second episode where we were drawing minifigures, I thought we were each going to draw a video character because it had just been we got all these random different minifigures.
Oh, see, I didn't even
so they
think of
weren't
that.
anything that he was even in any one specific collection. I was prepared. I was talking to Jack earlier that day, and it's like be ready for all these the video characters, because there's 12 of them and there were 12 teams. So That would have been just the right number to do. So
Don,
that's what I was
Don, your
expecting
logic,
also.
your logic is so impeccable that was never going to happen.
Too predictable.
Oh well.
That's like too well thought out. It would never happen. You have to add some chaos in. So how many of
Have you
I
guys
want to
seen
ask, how many of you guys actually went out and bought the CMF that you had in the challenge just to have it? Brian, you did?
I
Maria?
bought a couple for
We
the
did
mini
not.
build.
Okay, Dawn did. Oh, wait. What was that, Maria?
We did not have one of those prior, and I think we have 3 now.
Okay, you have 3. Brian, you got some?
The Cabaret Girl's actually really easy to find because she's got the skirt, so the pack is squishy.
Yeah, you can probably feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dawn, you did. Richard, did you wind up getting violin?
I have not had time to go to a store where I could actually spend time feeling the bag, so no. But 9 Brick City sent me a minifigure recently, and I ended up getting the Ladybug, surprisingly.
Oh, wow.
How crazy is that? So,
awesome.
Yeah, but, you know, of course I'm going to keep it, but I still want, I
Ooh.
would like to have Violin Guy.
You know, I feel bad now because I got one, or I didn't get one, but when I was at Target,
Guess what I got from 9 Brick City?
I seen one, but
Hey, it's going
You got
around.
it too, see? She must have known.
We all have the bug. We all have the bug for Ladybug.
Yeah.
I got Sylvester.
Oh,
We
yeah,
had
yeah.
Sorry,
And then,
Maria, what were you saying, Maria?
yeah.
Oh, you got a centaur? Is that what that was?
Oh yeah, we had this one before the show though.
Yeah.
Nice.
Huh.
We've
Now
got
we've been-
Yeah.
we actually
we've got
that
at least a
one,
couple of them.
Yeah.
so I went.
I've got a couple.
I went in search, in active pursuit. I finally got over my love, mostly hatred of Elf Queen, Princess Varuna, and decided, yeah, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and get it because I should. It turns out that CMF series has been retired for a while, and the Brixton minifigures didn't have it. I don't think the vendor at our last convention had it either. It must be one of these ones it must be a little bit tougher to get.
My local Target
Yeah.
still has a bazillion of that series. Have you checked your Target?
Our Target was sold out of CMFs because we have collectors here who like feel all the bags and gut it.
We don't there aren't any in like the Lego aisle, but there's a ton in the checkout lanes, and they're on the bottom, and sometimes they're even behind whatever like the current series is. But I was able to find how I found Cabaret Girl because she was.
Yeah, I think it depends on region. So my area, for some reason or another, I must just be lucky because when I do go to Target, I check the aisles, and they were the last time they were pretty gutted. But like 3 out of the last 5 times I went there was someone who was like I don't know what to call it, like murdering the bags, just constantly like
not whispering but murdering.
like just like savagely,
Not
you
just
know,
feeling them up,
And
but really
like
giving
they're
them work out
crinkling
there.
it so much that the lacquer is like coming off of
it was
and they
like,
get like little creases and like bends and holes in them.
yeah, I mean, it was a savage raid against the CMFs. They obviously were like had to get them all like Pokemon or something.
Okay, well, if I
It was
make
crazy.
can I make it to Target tonight?
I don't know.
Otherwise,
Can
I'm
you?
going to be out of town for a week. But if I see them, I will check for Violin Boy and for Varuna. But I just
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the guest room, which I don't normally sit here, but I didn't feel like going to the basement. And Phil's got a couple pieces sitting on the monitor in here,
Mhm.
and I found this little guy.
Love that guy.
Oh,
This
I love it.
is this
little birdie.
this is a Lego Master Season 2 Brick Pit. Chico.
It is.
I don't
Well, not anymore. You just dropped it.
I don't know how we came in possession of it, but there it is.
Nice. All right.
Now you know that that's a duplicate because nothing made it out of that pit because that's against the regs. Nothing made it out of that pit.
Yeah, this
Right.
is from
Nothing.
Brick. I meant
Nothing.
Did I say
Nothing.
Brick?
Clean.
I meant Brick Link.
Yeah.
Right.
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 Oh, you're gonna get a call now. You're gonna get a call.
I'll give him the 15 cents for the seagull.
All right. I have to jump off, guys. I'm
No,
seeing
I mean we are at our 1.5 hour
Right.
time limit, but I
Oh
think
my gosh,
we will.
I have to call my dad. It's my birthday.
Yeah, so we're all gonna say goodbye very pleasantly. Don't freak out, everybody. So when it comes to the end, I click the end broadcast button, but we all wave politely and thank the chat and say, have a good evening, everyone. And if you're watching
Thank
this
you, Ted.
recorded, thank you for surviving to the end of this bizarre whatever that was.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll even, we don't know. It's Olympics next week, but we might take the week off. We just did this for Brickfair Virginia. We knew there was going to be the grand conjunction of the Master Sphere. But I will check with all the crew here via our messaging methods and see if we want to do another one. So thank you all. Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.